We live in a world that celebrates success and hides failure. We are taught to admire those who win, but rarely are we taught to embrace those who stumble. Yet, my friends, one must fail. Failure is not a mistake on the path. It is the path. Without failure, there is no depth, no resilience, no true wisdom. Success may make you smile, but failure makes you grow. Story from the monastery. When I first entered the monastery, I was given the simple task of meditating for 1 hour without moving. I thought it would be easy. After all, how hard is it to sit? But within minutes my back ached, my legs trembled, and my mind was restless. I failed every day. I thought of giving up, but my teacher only said, "Good, let failure be your companion. It will teach you more than success." And he was right. My failures taught me patience. They taught me humility. They showed me that progress is not measured by perfection, but by persistence. Without failing, I would never have learned to truly sit in peace. Why failure is necessary. Failure reveals truth. It shows us our limits, but also our possibilities. It strips away pride and builds resilience. Think of a child learning to walk. Each fall is a failure, yet each failure strengthens the legs, balances the body, sharpens the mind. Without falling, the child cannot stand. Without standing, it cannot run. So too with us, we must fall to learn how to rise. The illusion of success without failure. Many people chase a perfect life, where they never fail, never stumble, never suffer. But such a life is an illusion. Even the greatest masters failed again and again. A musician's sweetest song was born of broken notes. A poet's deepest verse was written in pain. A monk's calm smile is carved by years of restless struggle. Success without failure is like a tree without roots. It looks tall for a moment, but the first storm will bring it down. Parable of the pottery master. There is an old story of a pottery master who taught 2 groups of students. To the first group he said, "Make 1 perfect pot." To the second he said, "Make as many pots as you can." The first group spent weeks planning, polishing, and hesitating. They produced only 1 pot, stiff, cautious, lifeless. The second group made pot after pot, failing many times. Their pots cracked, collapsed, and misshaped. But in time, their hands grew skilled. They learned from each failure, and their final pots were full of life and beauty. It was failure that made them masters. Personal reflection. In my own life, I feared failure deeply. When I chose the monk's path, I thought, what if I cannot live with such discipline? What if I fail my vows? But then I realized, yes, I will fail, and through failing, I will learn. The path is not about never falling. It is about falling, learning, and walking again. Each failure carves out a deeper space for wisdom to enter. The weight of regret versus the lightness of failure. Failure is heavy only for a moment. Regret is heavy for a lifetime. If you risk failure, you may stumble, but you will grow. If you avoid failure, you avoid life itself. You remain still, untested, unchanged. I have spoken to many old men and women who come to the monastery for comfort. Few regret their failures. Most regret the chances they never took because they feared to fail. Better to fail with courage than to live with regret. Failure as a teacher. Failure teaches patience. It whispers, slow down. Learn again. Failure teaches humility. It reminds us, you are not above effort. Failure teaches resilience. It shows, you can rise again. Without these lessons, success becomes arrogance. With them, success becomes gratitude. A story of bamboo. In the East, bamboo is a symbol of resilience. For years after planting, nothing grows above the soil. People laugh and say, it has failed. But beneath the ground, roots are spreading wide and deep. Then suddenly, one year, bamboo shoots up, 10, 20, even 30 feet in a single season. Failure is like those hidden years. You may see nothing, feel nothing but struggle. But beneath the surface, strength is growing. When the time comes, you will rise taller than you ever imagined. Practical wisdom for embracing failure. So how can we walk with failure mindfully? Do not hide it. Speak of your failures openly. They connect you with others more than your successes ever will. Learn from each fall. Ask not, why did I fail? But what is this failure teaching me? Take small risks daily. Each little failure strengthens you for larger challenges. Be patient with yourself. Growth takes time, like bamboo beneath the soil. Remember impermanence. Failure too shall pass, but the wisdom it leaves will remain. Once I was asked to give a teaching to a large gathering. I was nervous. I forgot my words, stumbled through my sentences, and felt I had failed. Afterwards, an old man approached me. He said, "Today you were real. You were not perfect, but you were sincere." That gave me hope, and I realized our failures can sometimes touch hearts more deeply than our polished successes. My dear friends, do not fear failure. Fear instead the life unlived because you tried too hard to avoid it. One has to fail. It is through failure that wisdom is born. It is through falling that strength is built. It is through stumbling that the path reveals itself. So, let your failures be your teachers. Let them humble you, strengthen you, and guide you. And remember, every master was once a beginner who failed many times. Take a quiet moment today. Reflect on your failures, not with shame, but with gratitude. What have they taught you? How have they shaped you? If this teaching has spoken to your heart, share it with someone who may be struggling with failure. Like this video, subscribe, and join me each week as we walk the path of mindfulness together. Falling, rising, and growing step by step.